Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey guys. All right. Hey guys. We'll probably start around like 1:05 just to get everyone enough time to get in here and settled in. So I'll probably grab a water myself. Oh, I don't have a pocket. Good. How are you? Good. Excited to learn about websites today. Oh, love it. Oh, good. Well, that's the goal. Hopefully. So I'm gonna grab a water. Sorry. Oops.com. Chat. Here we go. Can you guys hear me online? Hear me okay? And can you also see my screen?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. Great. Thanks, guys. Here. Oops. Oh my. I'm just pulling up a few tabs I'll need today. Not starting yet. Hey, how are you? Good. I think that's everything. Oh, and key. Alrighty. Probably give them one more minute, but start up here soon. Yeah.
Earlier today.
Which one? Just a little bit. I had a meeting like halfway through, so I left. What was it?
It was the, how it changed from May to April, May to. Yeah. That report. Yeah. Do you know how to? I do. I went to Showtime. Is that where you go? So, yeah, so you go to, market report. I'm sorry. Go to Showtime, right? I didn't mean to.
Oh, that's okay. No worries. I love this. Super cute. Hey, how's it going? Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. Jules, I'm Jules, yes. Oh, you're Jessica's story. Yes, okay, gotcha, gotcha. Yes, I'm one of them, yeah. Did you get onboarded with Scott Leroy Marketing? Yes. The very top login on there, there's going to be like a lot of words up top and like a video. And then the first login that you see will be this login. And this is at agent.kw.com. Yeah. All right. Oh. Love it. All right, so we're going to start the command websites class. And yeah, so this will be just really focusing on the command website, how to add pages, how to edit pages, and also how to look at leads coming from your website and know what to do with those as well. So I am at agent.kw.com, so I'm at command, and I'm going to sign in with my KW credentials. Whenever it loads. All right. All right, and the first thing I'm going to do, so I like to start every class by going to the settings to making sure that it looks good, but it's especially important with the command website, and I'll show you why, and kind of walk through what reflects where within these settings on the website. So to get to your settings, we're going to go up to your name in the top right corner and go to settings. And then the left-hand side, you'll see command settings. No, sorry, connect settings. So connect settings on the left-hand side and marketing profile. All right. So this section is really important in general because this is where all your information feeds to the rest of the marketing materials in Command. But I actually have my website pulled up in a separate tab here. So I'm going to be jumping back and forth between my website and the marketing profile just to show you where this is reflecting on your website. So first, this information is pretty straightforward. So it's asking for your headshot, your logo if you have it. Not required, this team logo, but if you have one, you can put one there. And for your headshot, I would recommend that to be in a perfect square when you're uploading that into Command. That way it doesn't get all distorted like on the marketing profile. It does like it in a perfect square. And just to show you where this displays on the site, so I'm jumping to my website. So the team logo will display in the top left here next to the Market Center logo. And your headshot will display here near your contact information. So jumping back to the marketing profile. So then your details here. So your name, your license number. So that's displaying next to your headshot here. Under interested, let's talk. Now for the team name, you'll see that there is a team name here. If you're not on a team, you can always put Keller Williams Realty Ballantyne. And where that displays on the website is going to be right underneath your name, but also in the top right here where your menu drops down. So I get that question quite a lot, like with this menu, they'll want to change this drop down because it is kind of hidden. You know, you have to click on it to see all the pages. So agents will ask, well, can I change it to the same menu or click here to see the pages? Yes, although the problem there that comes about that is that this would, change underneath your name as well. So typically I just recommend using Keller Williams Realty or your team name there, even though it's not super intuitive for the menu. Now jumping back to the marketing profile, I'm sorry, this is a lot of jumping. But you also have your professional job title. So that's displaying where we saw my name displaying. They just added a slogan and it is required, although it's a new feature. So it's actually not displaying anywhere quite yet. Though their goal is to display that, for the future on your website and on kw.com. So just in general, kw.com is like when people search up Keller Williams, they're most likely brought to kw.com, which is the site. So they can search for homes on kw.com, but they can also find you on kw.com. So if they're looking for an agent on kw.com, they can search for your name and your information would come up. So that's where like your bio from the marketing profile is also pulling to kw.com. So when clients search you up on here, your bio, your information from your marketing profile is all pulling over. So that's where like this newer section as well, military affiliation, if you are affiliated. That they are trying to roll that out. So that's a newer feature along with slogan. And it's supposed to first display on kw.com first, which I think they'll then push that over to the website as well. But I think they're first going to put it on kw.com, see how that goes, and then roll that out to the website is my conclusion from that. And then you also have your contact information. So just making sure this is all up to date, as this is what clients will see, contacts will see when they visit your site, what your contact information is. For the website, so this is not choosing your website domain here in this spot. This is actually the website that's displaying on kw.com for clients to click on. So you can put your command website here, and I'll show you where you can find your command website URL. That's most likely typical. But also if you have a custom domain, like in our case, we have a custom domains of JuLeahDesigns.com, you can put that there too, as that will be able to be clickable and then bring you to the website. Absolutely. Yes. Gotcha. Yeah, well, it's kind of specific on a Mac, but or at least the way I know how to do it. But if you click on your image, it's going to bring you into Preview, which is a Mac application. Yeah, perfect. And then we're going to go up to File in the top left and Export. And yeah, that's right. Okay. And then you can adjust the file size there. So you can make that, I think the marketing profile does have a 1 megabyte limit on it. So it will need that. Absolutely. Yeah. And if you have any questions going along, just let me know. I'm happy to answer anything at all. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. So this is the way, this is like the back end of the website. So when you're looking at your website, and I'll touch on this when we get to the website too, you'll see a login and sign up in the top right. Oh, let me just pull that up. So you'll see this login and sign up in the top right, which can be a little confusing because this isn't for you to log in or sign up. This is just for your clients to log in and sign up so that they can favorite properties, do safe searches and stuff like that, and it all gets saved. So when you're editing the website itself, you'll always go into command to find that back end of the website. Great question. So in this marketing profile, this all pulls over to the home page of the website. So it's important to make sure this is all up to date because this will display on your home page. So for example, the market center information here, this will all display. So jumping over to the site to show you where that displays. It will display at the bottom of each page on your website. Legal footer or legal compliance information, I mean, that will all be in the footer of your website. So you'll see in my footer that each office is independently owned and operated. So that will always be in the footers, the compliance stuff. You do have the option for social media. So this is asking for a full URL though, so not your handle, but actually the www. And I'll type mine in. So the full URL, so facebook.com/ I think this is our Facebook. Oops. Oh my. And when I click save, so if any information that you're changing in a section, just make sure that you're scrolling to the bottom and clicking save. So you'll probably have to go, if you don't know it, go to your Facebook itself, like sign in and go to your business page, and then you can copy the URL from the top of the URL bar, because yeah, and paste that into there. So I just saved my Facebook in there, so just to show you where that displays on the site. So if I refresh my site here, from my drop down, for one, Facebook will become a new page where it is just hyperlinked to your Facebook page, which I guess this is not my Facebook URL. I was a guess. Yeah, for real. And then also it will display at the bottom of the page where they could click here as well, if that was correct. So next, at the very bottom here, we have Google Analytics tracking. So this is so that you can track the traffic on your website. So you'll be able to see how many people are coming to your website, how many clicks you're getting. And I'm going to walk through this setup today. So in order to set up Google Analytics ID, you will just have to be signed into a Gmail account. So your KW email is a Gmail account. So feel free to sign into your KW email or whatever your business email is, if that's a Gmail account. All right, and once you're signed into Google or gmail.com, you can actually just take this and go to analytics.google.com. Well, I'm struggling with my nails. Let's see. Yep, your Gmail account first. So if you have that business Gmail account, you can use that one. But your KW email is also a Gmail account. So if you're not using a business Gmail account. Then you can type in, once you're signed in, you can type in analytics.google.com. And I'll put that in the chat as well, so you guys have that. Yeah, in that top search bar. So where you put the, oh, sorry, the very top, the URL bar. So once you're signed in, like in a new tab or even in the same tab, you can just go up to the URL and change that. Hey. And I'm putting that in the chat for you guys. Analytics. Yeah, .google.com. I think that's spelled right. All right. And is everyone there kind of? Awesome. So if you guys are seeing this page, so you can go ahead and click Start Measuring. So first ask for an account name. Here, I usually just put my name. Analytics.google.com. Oh, no worries at all. And does it bring you to a page that says Start Measuring? Sorry, I kind of jumped past it. Okay, perfect. Yep, click Start Measuring, and it will bring you to this account setup. So first ask for an account name. I usually just put my name or whatever your name. Yeah, doesn't really make a difference. This is for your own sake, so that you can have, if you wanted to, multiple Google Analytics set up on different sites. So this is more for your own organization. So you'll want to be sure that these are all checked. The only one that's optional are these Google products and services. And it's just asking to allow for like even more data to be collected. But it won't have an effect on like your Google Analytics on your site. I press it because I don't mind, but it's up to you. You're just sharing even more data. So even more data on demographics and interests it's prompting for. It doesn't have an effect on your command sites analytics at all, but I don't mind. I don't mind sharing the data to them so that they can have more effective reports. So it's kind of based off if you like to share your data. It won't affect your command website. Correct. So yeah, we're going to link a website to it. So once we click next, give it a property name. And this, I'm going to use KW website. So this is, again, no one will see this. This is for your organization, so you know what this is set up for. We can change the time zone to our time zone, the New York time. And this is the kind of hidden part. It says show advanced options. We're going to want to click on that. Oh no, sorry, my bad. And then this toggle here is turned off, but we're going to want to turn it on to create a universal analytics property. Yeah, just choose the time. So it should be the GMT4. So New York time works. I don't know why there's a different one for Detroit. I don't know. I was confused. Show, it says show advanced options. Right now it's saying hide, but show advanced options. And then this toggle, which is kind of hidden here, right there to the, let me move the chat or the screen. Let me actually just make this smaller. Can I do that? There we go. Yeah, this little like toggle, you can like turn that on to show this part. And this is where you can put in now your command website URL. And does anyone need steps on how to find your command website URL? Yes, okay. So jumping back to command real fast, just to show you where to find that. So that's gonna be under the consumer section. So this last icon on the left-hand toolbar. Command is being very slow today. Oh. I feel that because that's my laptop too. So sorry, consumer left-hand side, it's just being slow. And it won't let me. There we go. Okay, consumer applet here, last icon, and then it will display on the top of the page there. So you can like highlight it and copy it from there if you want. That's usually where I go to find my URL. And then, so yeah, you can copy your command website URL and paste it into here. Now, when you copy and paste, you may have the HTTPS in front. You can just remove it since it's already asking for it. And you will just want it to say HTTPS and not the HTTP. And next, we'll actually just want to create a universal analytics property only. So we can toggle that to the bottom option. Okay. So this is going to show you, so we're going to link this to the command website. So now anytime that you would go to analytics.google.com, you could track who's on your website, how many people, how many clicks you're getting, what pages are getting clicks. No, unless they sign up, right. So it's just tracking numbers so that you can track your website analytics. Right, so if you had a page for that listing, you could see how many people are on that page. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, feel free to remove that HTTPS. Exactly, yeah, since it already has it in front there. And again, just clicking the create a universal analytics property only. Yep, when you toggle it, it should uncheck everything. And now we can, is everyone here too? So we can go to next. Now this is just to tailor this to your business. So we're selecting an industry category, so real estate. It's just hidden. Right, I wonder where it's going here. Why is it? That's a good question. I'll go back. That's right. I didn't. Yeah, try that. I didn't think that mattered. I thought it would just stop you from the next time. Oh, that's what it is. Property name. So you can just put like a KW website is what I put for that. Yeah, it's just for your tracking, so you know what it's connected to. Okay, so on this page, we're going to select the real estate as the industry category. Is that where you are? Oh, you may have to search for it. I just like typed in real estate into like that search. So you may have to do that or else it'll be kind of hard to find. Under pets and animals, if that's helpful. And then you can also click, small business here, 1, 2. And then I always just mark all these off. So I wanted to track everything. I can come to you. Nope. So next after this, so go down and scroll and click next. And then let's see. Okay, that looks great. So click next one more time. And here it is. So it's under that there.
Select one?
Yeah, select
Oh.
one. It's hidden a bit.
Okay, all right, got it.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. Is everyone else good? Gotcha. Well, I can work to set this up in your account. I know how my laptop's doing the same thing. It's like it's like, I think, is it an older Mac? Okay, yeah, because like my certification for my Mac like expired. So it's telling me that I need to download a certification, but my computer's too old to re-download it. So I have to use Firefox because of that. It's really strange. Yeah. Yeah, it's such a pain. I hate it. So after this, our next step is just going to click create. And that will actually be the worst of it. So create. This is just asking you to accept their terms and conditions. So there are 2 check boxes. There's I accept here and I accept here. Click I accept. That's asking you if it wants to email you. I don't like when they email me personally, but once again, up to you. If you want to like be emailed about upcoming updates, as well as like these are feature announcements, like new features that Google rolls out, whatever, you can definitely check these. I just click uncheck all and save. All right. So once this happens, you should be brought to a page like this, and let me know if you guys see it. And what we need is this tracking ID here. So that's what we are going to take. So we're going to take this UA, highlight that and copy it. So get that tracking ID and copy it. We're going to go back to command. Oh, and we're going to go back to our marketing profile. So again, that's going to be our name in the top right. We're going to go to settings. We're going to go to connect settings, the marketing profile, and then scroll all the way down where that Google Analytics tracking ID is sitting, where we can paste in that tracking ID and click save. And let me know if you need help with that at all. But saving this tracking ID, so in the next 48 hours, so it does take 48 hours to start reading your website. But once past that 48 hours, it will start tracking your website so that you can see all the traffics and get those analytics and whatnot. Well, it's, yeah, well, like you signed in, it's with your Google email. Yeah. All right, well, that was a big one. That was great, guys. I've never done that. Yep, you're just about, actually, I've never done this on a phone before. Is there like a connect? Can I zoom out? Is there like, because usually there's like a left hand. Oh, yes. Then connect settings and marketing profile. And then that Google Analytics, I don't know how to hide, will be at the very bottom.
Okay.
Where you can exactly. Yeah, definitely. All right, cool. So now we're going to actually jump over to that consumer section where we'll be focusing on probably for the rest of the class. So that consumer section, if you're still learning these applets here, yeah, you can click that KW in the top left to expand those out. And we're going to go to consumer. Well, all right, there we go. Hey, Stephen. All right, so it will first, when you come to the consumer section, it will first display agent site pages. So these are pages that are live on your website. So also you can click on your URL to open up your website in a new tab. So if you want to take a look at that. But everyone should have these 3 basic pages. When you onboard with Scott Leroy Marketing, they will set up your website, do a basic setup of your website and include these 3 basic pages. Now, what I really recommend, and I'll show you what these pages are, is emailing support@scottleroymarketing.com. So this top one here. If you haven't already, send them your command login and then say, I want all the available pages. They'll know what that means. And these are the pages that they can add to your site for free. So I'm pulling up a new site with all these pages. So what they can add, the first one might not apply if you're not on a team, but they can add a local school search. So this would allow clients to come to your website and search for schools in the area. So it would show them what's around here. They can also see a list of that and they can also search for their own. So I like that addition. They will also add a what is my home worth form. So basically just prompting for their information so that you can perform a CMA. So it doesn't automatically perform a CMA for them, but the goal of it is so that they send you their contact information, you run it, and then reach out to them. Also, the real estate blog. Oh, so if you also would send over to Scott Leroy Marketing your Homekeeper login. Homekeeper, so that's HOMEKEEPR without that E at the end. And if you don't know your Homekeeper login, I would just let them know. They can either search that up within their own files, or they can create an account for you for free. And this is what this is pulling from. So this is the Homekeeper blog. And what's cool about this blog is that it automatically updates about every 2 weeks, which is really great for search engine optimization because new content on your website is what pushes it up on Google. So this blog is great because it automatically updates itself every 2 weeks. So it's, doing the job of pushing up your SEO. And again, this is all stuff that Scott Leroy will add for you for free. All the pages. Yeah, so if you say like, hi, SLM, please add all the available pages to my command website, include your command login. They have these 8 pages that they default to add, and they'll add them all for you. And then, yeah, your Homekeeper login as well, if you have it.
I did this back in April.
Mhm.
Where would I see this?
Like,
I've got the list. How do I see this?
so if you click on one of those pages, that's exactly how your consumers will see it. So like, are you on your live website? Ooh, okay. Click on that. Click on your website and that will open it up in a new tab. And then from that drop down, that's the menu. And that's where those would. Yeah, definitely. So another thing they will add is this vendors, trusted home pros or trusted vendors. So again, this is pulling from Homekeeper. And if you're not familiar with Homekeeper, the main purpose of it is for your vendors. So this is an application for free that you get with KW that you can add your preferred vendors to, so that you can, consolidate that, as well as present this on your website so that your clients can see your preferred vendors. You have them. So yeah, they'd be able to search by category or just search for that. No, yeah, totally separate. So Google Analytics, yeah, it's just for your metrics and analytics. A lot of people just like won't add it, but I think it's very helpful to get reports on things like that. Then you can really see what does well on your site. So this is on the, this is on Homekeeper. It's pulling from, from your own Homekeeper account. So when you sign up with Scott Leroy, you know that really long list of logins that they send you. One of those is a Homekeeper login. So they do set that up during your onboarding. So they most likely have your login information for it. But you can utilize the Homekeeper, so going to homekeeper.com and signing in to your own account and add your preferred vendors there, so that when clients are coming to your website to search for vendors, they can see your preferred ones. So on default, these preferred vendors are all pulling from this market center's preferred vendors. So our market center has its own list of vendors that they use. So that's on default what would be added, but you can definitely add in your own vendors. Exactly.
So it's already got like sky blue paint.
Probably so, because yeah, when you sign up with Homekeeper by default, yeah, it's pulling all the, what is it called? Sky blue. Oh, okay. It is on there? Oh, it's sky blue. Oh, okay, I see. Well, I don't see it on there. Yeah, you can always add your own. So again, that would just be through Homekeeper. You would have to sign in your own Homekeeper account. So they will also add, so again, these are all the pages that Scott Leroy will add for you. The mortgage calculator. So this would allow clients to calculate that. And I really like it, it looks good. Testimonials, so I'm gonna skip this one because I'm going to go over testimonials a bit, but they'll also add in a leave a testimonial so that you can capture testimonials on your site. And I believe that's all of them. So pretty great that they add those all for free. So I think they're like 8 pages. That really gives your website a bit more value so that it can actually be used as a tool for your clients to see. Oh, and I have something in the chat. Oh, yes, I will put the email for Scott Leroy. Yes, so you're going to email support at Scott Leroy and with your command login, and then asking for all available pages. Right, there we go. And they will add that right away. Usually takes them like 1 business day. Oh, great. Well, perfect. I think I did that. Yeah, got that optimized. Yeah, definitely. All right. Okay, so with testimonials, so I'll go into that now. So with testimonials on the site, so if you add a testimonial capture page like this, which Scott Leroy will do for you, when clients submit testimonials on your site, unfortunately, it does not automatically display on your website. There is a manual process that goes about for displaying those on your website. Now, you can always ask Scott Leroy to do this as well. So if you see that you're receiving testimonials, you can ask him to add them to your site. But in general, what that looks like within the back end is, I'm going to do an example one here. So I'll just do, having a hard time typing with my nails, sorry. And something in Charlotte. So they'll put in their first name, last name, their address, and they can put in the year since they've worked with you. And then they can put in the stars and leave their review here, their testimonial. They'll be able to preview this testimony. So this is all in the view of your client. They'll review that and they can send that in. Well, I may have just sent it to myself a bunch of times. Probably did. All right, hopefully it's back there. Okay, so I'm gonna jump over to command now. And I don't have a testimonials page set up, but if you did, you can also, and I'll show you this as well. When you're editing pages, you can click on the 3 dots to edit them. Yes, so there's 2 different widgets though. So there's a capture testimonial widgets, and then there's also a display, like displaying your testimonials widget. So if you have a testimonials page on your site, which you might, you can probably click the 3 dots on the far right and click edit. I'm going to do it from a new page angle. So I'm going to go up to create a new page in the top right and click on my agent site and create page. First thing I always like to do is for new pages is give that a name. So I know what that is. So I'm just going to enable this testimonials. Oh. Yeah, you're good. But so this is just the way you go about displaying those on your actual website. Yeah, I always like to give it a name just so I know which page I'm working on. Yeah, on the top right here, you can like highlight and like remove. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, yeah, phone will work too. Yeah. And I'm gonna actually add in a testimonial capture form because I realized I submitted that on my mom's site, not my site. So I'm gonna add in a testimonial capture form. So I clicked this widget on the right-hand side and drag that over to add it to the page. And then I'm also gonna add in testimonial list right on top of that. So you'll see that green line appear. So that's where it's gonna drop. So once I release my mouse, it drops on top of it. So you'll see it's grayed out, and in the top left, it says widget not configured. So what we need to do in order to save this page is configure widgets in the bottom right. And this is every page that you ever make will need a widget. So this will always be the steps that you take. So you add a widget and then configure widgets in the bottom right to edit those. Now you can just go down this list. These are the 2 widgets I have added here. So I can click testimonial list. Here I can give it a headline. So I'm going to do testimonials. And I can also give it some intro text. So like, see what clients have to say. You can choose, so you know when we submitted that testimonial, it was prompting for name, city, and client sense. So you can choose which client details appear on the testimonials. And then if I did have any testimonials, this is where I would browse for those testimonials. So it is a manual process. So when they submit a form or the testimonial on your site, it wouldn't automatically display on your website, unfortunately. So you would have to go in here and configure widgets to browse for that testimonial and select it. Each one. So the site does allow for 12 testimonials to display. So if you had, I don't know, like your testimonials elsewhere on a different site, you can pick your 12 best and submit them on your website as if you're a client, and then go in here and configure widgets and get that to display. And also, if you have those 12 testimonials already like somewhere else, again, you can send all those 12 testimonials over to support@scottleroymarketing.com and they will add them for you. So I always try to leverage them. They're really great. They do a lot, especially with the website and technology. Yep. So yeah, they just need the testimonials and your command login and they'll do that for you. But if you ever do get a notification about a testimonial and you want to add that to your site, this is how you would go about doing it. So once I click save and apply, that's going to configure this widget. I don't have any testimonials, so it's displaying that. But if I did, it would display here. Yeah, basically, and there's really, you can't delete testimonials, which makes it a problem. Like it gets really crazy, and it's only in the order that they're submitted. So that's how it creates the order is, I know. That's, no, which is. Oh, okay, so yeah, you can remove it from displaying on your site, but it won't delete from the back end. So, okay, so yeah, you can like uncheck them and it would make it not display, so it would hide on your site, but there's like not a way to like delete it from the back end. Gotcha. So yeah, if you want to change the order though, so like if you wanted to have like the first or like the third one first, you would have to resubmit all of them in that order. So, not the easiest, but it's the only way to do it. Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. Oh, MailChimp or SurveyMonkey, it's called. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be the best recommendation. And since you're doing that process, if you type them up on a page and send that to Scott Leroy, they could just do it. That's what I'd recommend. Yeah, they could. Once you configure this next widget is where they can leave that testimonial. So you like put in, it's going to prompt for your name. The headline, so like leave a review. And then save and apply. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there are two, yeah, nice. Yeah, sounds great. Of course, anytime. So yeah, once they submit this, so this is what the page will display on the website. So once they submit that review, you'll get a notification for it in command, and I'll show you where that displays as well. And then you would just have to come edit this page and configure this widget again to add that to your testimonials. So I'm going to go up now to save changes in the top right. Gonna ask if I want to publish this page, and I do, so I'm gonna click yes. Have a good day. Thanks. And when I click yes, it's gonna bring me to my agent site pages settings. And this is where you can add in new pages. So when you create a page, it won't be live right away. So like I created that and now it's ready, but it's not live on my site quite yet. So these are the steps to make that live on your site. Oh, yeah, no worries at all. So when you're creating that page, when you click Save Changes, it will ask you yes or no question. If you click yes, it will bring you here. If you click no, no worries, it will bring you here. And to get to where that spot is, we're going to go up to Site and App Settings in the top right, and then Agent Site Pages to the right side. Great, definitely. So from here, we can add in that page and make it live by clicking Add Page. So it will let you select from your pages that you have set up. I'm going to click that Testimonials. Continue. And then you can give that a title. You can give that a URL slug. So this displays like this on the URL, you know, like the ending part of your URL. And you can also give it an SEO description. So this is, you know, when you search something on Google, it has like the link in blue, and then it has like a little description right underneath it. This is what would display there. Okay. And then you can click Save. Now, a couple other tips. So with this menu, you can change the order of the way that your menu is displaying by clicking these 6 dots on the left and dragging it. If you wanted that display a little higher on your menu list, you could do so. You can also come in here. So anything with your menu, you can click on the page that you're looking to edit, like this information wise. And this is where you can change, you know, any menu items title or slug or SEO description. How you do so. So while I'm in site and app settings, so again, we are in site and app settings, the top right. All these fields are different settings. So if I click general here, this is where I can edit my site's hero text and hero images. So what that is on your website is, jumping to my website, is going to be this big text here in the middle, and these images that are scrolling in the background are your hero images. So you can update this on your site. You can change that to different hero text. You know, if you have your own certain slogan or maybe a team name. Yeah, it's called hero text and hero images. So yeah, that big stuff right on the home screen. For the hero images, so you can have up to 5 displaying on the site. So if you wanted to add your own, you just need to delete one of the current 5 and like re-add it. And it does like it in the horizontal or landscape orientation. So what you can do is you can go, I'm going to move this bar down a little bit. Oh, hold on, I have one chat here. Oh yeah, no problem. And so there are a couple sites you can use. So you can use pexels.com. There's also Pixabay, which is like Pixabay.com. And these are 2 sites for stock images. Pixabay, yeah, it's Pixabay. So these would be good sites for stock images, so freely used images. And here you can, type in whatever you're looking for your hero images to really give that more customization to your site. So, if you wanted to look up like luxury home, super luxury. You can also filter. So there's a filters button here where you can filter by that horizontal orientation. Then you can just look through and find ones that you think would look good on your website, because the other ones are just default on all agents' websites. So any KW agent will have those defaulted hero image. So this is a great way to give it more customization to really make it yours. So what you could do, you could just download this. That's downloading. Just email me. I have them all on my computer. I'm not sure of a better way than that, but I do have them all. So yeah, I'll need to trash can one of these hero images in order for this upload to become available. And once I do, I can just click upload. That's going to search my device for that image. There you go. And then just be sure to scroll down and click Save Changes to get that to apply. And we'll let you know, it may take 24 hours to take effect. So yeah, that's how you can update your hero image. So you can pick 5 that most fit you and add them all here. So just additional settings here. So this is not displaying anywhere from what we've seen. I've asked Scott Leroy and they have not seen it display anywhere either. So I guess that's rolling out somewhere. He guessed within the year. And then there's also a virtual tour section. So this is separate from the MLS. So if you have a virtual tour, always be sure to just upload that to the MLS and that will syndicate out to most sites. But here's an extra spot that you can add it if you want to make sure that's on KW platforms specifically. All right, we also have a URL settings. So this is if you want to change your subdomain to your website, you definitely can. It will let you know if it's already been taken. So if you do have an error, it's probably taken. And with these domains, so things to point out, like if you're printing them on business cards or you're putting them in your email signature. So with these command website domains, they do not have www in front. So if you put www in front, it will not go to your website. So you cannot have www in front. And they also always end in .kw.com. So that's sometimes confusing. It's not just .com, it's .kw.com. So just be sure to remember that if you're printing this anywhere at all. And this is also where you can find your app URL. So you'll see that you can't change it. So that way that it doesn't change or anything, but you can copy it from this section. So if you wanted to share this, this is one spot you can do so. All right, moving to featured listings. So featured listings, if you have not activated this on your website, it will not be functional quite yet, but I can walk you through on how you would activate this. So once you activate this section though, one time, you won't have to do this again. This was only a one-time activation. So to do so, we're gonna go up to Learn More with Kelly Guide. And we're gonna choose this Consumer Settings. So Learn More with Kelly Guide and then Consumer Settings. Click Continue. It will overview what this is for, basically. You can click Get Started. And one more, scroll down to click Next. From here, we can just click on the arrow next to featured listings. Now, mine are already turned on, which is why it's doing this. Okay, great. So if you did not get this error message, or if you did get this error message, great. That means it's already activated. If you did not, then you can click. I know it's kind of hidden now because I can't. If I click X, it's going to bring me back. But you can click this show featured listings toggle and give it a title. So featured listings. And then it will just make you select a listing in order to save it. So even if you don't have a listing, you can just click on any listing, you'll be able to delete it. So sorry, I can't walk through it quite, but so clicking select listings and just clicking any listing at all just to get it activated. And then once you do that, so this only has to be done one time. Now you only, so if you do want to update featured listings on your site, you just have to go to site and app settings and featured listings to work on featured listings now. Does anyone have questions? Okay, great. So yeah, once this is activated once, you'll just be working from this section directly. So under featured listings, you can click to select listings and you can add up to 12. Yes. So from what we've seen, that you can add people's in the offices. So anyone from the office compliance wise is good. It's always recommended to get their permission to present their listing, but from the office is usually the compliance rules around that. So it will default to show only my listings in the top right. So if you don't have any listings, you can also search for all listings. And you can search for your property by property address, MLS number, city, or zip code. And just a heads up, so for featured listings, only active residential listings display on the site at this time. So if it's not an active or residential and you're not seeing it display on the website, that is why. It's because probably the status is not active. And this is something, so when you get your own listings, this is something that has to be manually done again. So you do have to add your featured listings to your website to get that to display. It doesn't automatically pull your listings, you just have to add them. In theory, though, once they're sold, it will be removed from your website because it's no longer active, so they won't display. But if you do have more than 12, you just may need to check the back end to make sure you can display more. Does that make sense? Or any questions on that? Yeah. See, I'm hoping this is active because I want to show you where this displays. Let's see. Yep, there we go. So this is how it would look on your website. So it display right under your images, and any of the featured listings would display here. All right, moving along to theme. So there are right now just 2 color themes that you can use with the websites. I know that KW support has been talking to roll out more templates, but at this time, there's only 1 template and there's only like 2 color schemes you can use. And to be honest, they are very, very similar. You'll see that the only thing that really changes are like accent colors. So they're pretty similar, but you can always change to see if you like one or the other more and change it back, to see which one you like. And then lastly, so yeah, we had our agent site pages, in which we talked about before, but this is where you can make pages live on your site. So any pages you set up, this is where you go to make them live. Also just to update your menu. So if you wanted to rearrange that or edit the titles of that, you could do so here.
Can you just go to the back of the data page, or we have to go to that whole data template again?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
The last, yeah, you do have to set up the page first in order to make it live. Mhm. Exactly. Yep. Correct. Yeah. So this, they could be either live sites on your page already or ones that aren't live yet. So it'll be like all the pages that you've ever set up in Command. Oh, okay. It is 2:10. If you guys would like to use the bathroom or water break, so we're not just technology only for 2 hours, definitely do so. Well, we can start up in like 5 minutes. Yeah. Mm.
Do I click on all of them or just?
Just I want to use the new agent site.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, yours is actually already configured.
Oh.
So what it does is just set up these 3 basic pages,
Oh,
which
okay.
Scott Leroy does during your
Oh,
onboarding.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll be good to go. Yeah, now configure your site shouldn't like do anything. Sorry. Sorry. Got your email. We're doing it. I don't know if Leah responded already, but we're starting the campaign tomorrow for Wednesday. Perfect. I was thinking about doing like a Friday favorite around the nights, but I know it's been like ice cream has been on the table. Okay. Yeah, I was like thinking like, what's your favorite to get at the night's game kind of deal. Yeah, like do you like Dippin' Dots or ice cream or something like that? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I'm very specific on it personally. So I know other people have to. Yeah. Right. I love the nachos. I like the pretzels. That's my go-to. Yeah. But yeah, and then that way we can like connect the forum up to Friday favorites, maybe. I don't know. That's my thought. I haven't even talked to Leah about it, but okay, cool. Right. That's what I'm hoping for, like those tickets. Those are I got it's funny, the winner that was announced got like crazy likes on Instagram. I didn't realize how many likes like that page got. Yeah, right. Right. I thought so. You like it? I'm glad that's your help.
I don't know why I was thinking.
Well, I'm glad they help. I know it's like super overwhelming and a lot, but I guess that's why. Oh, good. Good. I'm so glad. I'm always happy to hear that people like them. Yeah. Yeah, lots that it can do, especially command, like it's come a long way.
Yeah.
So
When I set this up, for a lot of the pages, what's your homework?
yeah.
It wasn't around before.
Right, right. Yeah. Lots of new stuff for sure. Yay. Yeah, of course. So happy to do it. Yeah, I actually am. I'm okay, thanks. So I do get a little warmer teaching and walking around up here. Yep. And it's so hard to get dressed now in the morning. It's like 100 degrees outside, then I come in here and I'm like, gonna wear a jacket, but okay, I'll go ahead and start back up. I'm gonna go over just a couple tricks and tips for creating new pages. And then I'll go over what it looks like getting a lead from the website as well. So you can see how that looks too. So with creating a new page, so this is gonna be under agent site pages. Or if you just click consumer on the left-hand side, it will bring you right to agent site pages on default. So first, I just want to go over how you can put a YouTube video on your website if you want to. So always when you're creating a page, you'll always just click create a new page in the top right corner. And on my agent site page means on your command website. So the command page and create page. Now, again, I always start with changing the title of this so I know what I'm working with when I'm adding, like when you make a page live, it gives you the list. So it makes it easier if you give it a name so you know which one it is. And also, you always have to have a widget to publish a page. So at Scott Leroy, I still use the download my app as kind of like the widget I always use, just because each page does need to have it. So you can click and drag that over to add a widget to your page. But in order to add a YouTube video, we're actually going to use, instead of these widgets, there's also an option of content blocks. So underneath the widgets, there's content blocks. If you click on content blocks, it will expand that. So you can add images or text to the page. Now, although you can add an image, I wouldn't actually recommend adding an image this way. I'll show you the way I would recommend it, just because you cannot center an image for some reason through this method, but I'll show you how you can center an image. So you can most likely, or most usually, just use this text content block. So click and drag that above the widget that we're using. So where that green line is, and drop it. Now, actually, I'll just go ahead and start with that image example. So what I do, even if I'm like, if you want to add like your own like blog or just an image or any really custom content that you want to add to the site, this is the what I would recommend doing. So I would recommend signing into your Google account. So your Google Drive or your, Google Drive within like your Gmail account. So your KW email. Yeah, so your KW email is a Gmail as well. So yeah, and going to Google Drive, so that application. Yeah, is to add a photo or really just like any text that you want to add. I personally wouldn't recommend just typing directly, like it says insert text here. Like you could just type there, but it gets really finicky. Like sometimes when you click backspace, it'll just leave from the page, or it will just like reformat it into a different spot. So what I recommend is actually going to Google Drive and going up to new in Google Docs. So just like creating a Word doc. So Word doc would work too. And then just making it all on this Word doc instead. So all the fonts you change, like everything's centered. So like, for example, like if I wanted like a featured listing page, I could, center it here. I want it bold. I want it bigger. So really everything that you're really wanting it to look like, make all the changes and edits here. Add in an image. I think I have, oh, good. I have that example. Add this to the page and make sure it's centered here. So make sure that's centered aligned. And, any other info that you want, like the price or whatever that may be. But making your updates and making it look perfect on a Word doc. And then once that looks good to you, you can select all. So either by dragging, you can do Control A or Command A if you're on a Mac to select all. Then do copy, go back to Command, highlight and paste that in. So that will it will really just save you a lot of time and headache, because just going directly in that text box, it's just kind of a pain. It really is finicky. Google Doc. Yep, even, if you wanted that to be like cursive. Now I would say with like fonts, if you have like a font in Google and Command doesn't like own that font too, it will revert it to a font that Command uses. But in general, what I've seen, like I can use basically all the fonts in Google and it will come to Command. So yeah, like too, I get asked, if you make like a personal blog or something, like a good way to do it. I personally would recommend doing it on a Google Doc, and like each day or new item that you're adding, you go ahead and add it to the Google Doc, delete everything on that page and re-add it all. That makes sense. All right. And now I'll also show you how you can add in a YouTube. Oh, I have a chat real fast. I don't know how to make this smaller. Sorry. Oh, that makes sense. where did you paste to in command? So I pasted that into a text box in command. So to add a text box, that's going to be under, so it will default showing you these widgets. Sorry. And then under that, where you see content blocks, if you click there, you can click and drag in a text box to your page. And then in this text box is where I copied and then pasted it in this text box. So I highlighted this text and I clicked paste to move that in. Let me know if you have any further questions on that. But while we're on this page, I can also show you how you can add in a YouTube video. Yeah, of course. So same kind of deal here. We're going to be adding a text box to do so. Yep. So click and drag, and I'm going to put it underneath it. And then in YouTube, you can search for any video that you're wanting, and pull that up in YouTube. I just pulled up one of our videos. And all you have to do is click share and embed. So share and embed. And it will give you the coding that you need to post that on your website. So the command website does use iframe coding. So if you ever come across an iframe coding, like in a different platform, like I see it in Calendly, like they have an iframe code available so that the command site accepts iframe. So if you ever see iframe coding, feel free to shoot that over to support@ScottLeroy, and they can always add in any iframe code to your site. So with this coding, I can copy. I can click copy actually. Now go over to your editor. In that text box, we can paste that in. And it might not display here, which is totally fine. It will display when the page is live, and I'll show you that. Hopefully. So again, it does need a widget in order to save the changes. So if you're seeing that save changes is ever grayed out, it's most likely because there's not a widget in there. So just be sure you're adding a widget. And now when I click save changes, I can click yes to make that a live page. Oops, sorry, I did that fast. We can click add page here to make this live. We can select the page that we just set up. Click continue. I'm just gonna type in YouTube. Or actually, that was a featured listing, I think. I'll do that. There we go. Just give that a slug here. I usually just use the page title and put a hyphen between the spaces. That's what I usually do. And an SEO description if you want. And then once that's on the site, I'm going to jump back over and check that out in the menu. Oh, and I forgot to center it. So a good thing to check out your pages once they go live, make sure they look good. But in general, so that's like how you could get that to display. If I wanted to center that, which I want to go over editing pages anyway. So again, this is my live site, jumping back over to command. If I go over to agent site pages, I can edit any of my sites that I've set up by clicking the 3 dots on the far right of that and clicking edit. Now for this one, how to center it is just putting center before it and it will center it. In brackets, yes, center. Yes, they're like the carrots on the side. I don't even know. Yeah, the triangle things. So this center, just with an R. And that will center on your site. Yep, exactly. Those the brackets in it. So yeah, now if I click on, I can also click on this eyeball from this page to pull that page right up. And I'll see that that's it. Funny dog. Just on this topic of editing pages, so that's how like this page is a lot of text boxes. But for example, let me see on my site, this about me page, you'll see this is actually a widget that's being used. So in order to edit a page like this, so if you're ever editing your bio, for example, this is how you could edit this on your site. So in command, so again, we're in the consumer section and we're under agent site pages. We can click the 3 dots on the far right of the page that we're wanting to edit. So for this, the about me page, click edit. So in order to in order to edit this page, we'll just want to click configure widgets on the bottom right. And click on, this is an agent profile widget, so we can click on that name. And then this is where you can now edit the bio or your headshot or any of the contact info. And just be sure to click save and apply with any changes that you're making here. Get that to populate. So if I wanted to, I don't know, just remove the space between them. I change that and I click save and apply. And you'll see that made that change right away. Yeah. Configure widgets on the down at the bottom right. And then it will, yep. So when you click configure widgets, it will pull up like a list of all the widgets you have on the page. In this case, there's only one displaying there. So you can just click on that widget name and that will open up the editor. And yeah, any changes that you're making to the section, just be sure to click save and apply before clicking publish page. Save and apply on bottom right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for that, so are you under the configure widget? So you're seeing this too? So you could click the trash can icon to remove that. And then it will prompt to click to like search your device for your image. I can do that again. Mm-hmm. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, then now go to configure widgets on the bottom right. And then click agent profile.
Okay.
And then, perfect. Yeah, definitely. Any other questions on that or editing pages on here? Oh. Is it like hiding? Because it might be hiding. Like, oh. No. I think there's an extra one. Maybe delete the very first one too. Because
Well, I tried that too.
is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, try to click save and apply and see if it will want you. Invalid phone number. Never seen that error. That's interesting. Maybe it's the, no, you just entered it in without the hyphens.
Yeah, it did it itself.
You know, I really don't know. I might have to take another look at this. But yeah, that's true. I can go and fix it. Yeah, I'm not sure. take a look at that. I'm perplexed. So yeah, save and apply on the bottom right to save any changes before publishing the page. And when you're editing a page that's already live on your site, if you click yes or no, either way, it's going to display. So like you know how you before, like it brought us to make it live. Like if it's already live on your site, it will just bring you back to this section. Yes. Yes, yeah, just updates the one you're in. Yeah, definitely. Mhm. Correct. So this is, yeah, only your eyes can see this part. The order that really matters, or that your contacts see on your website, is under the site and app settings in that agent site pages. This is the exact order that displays in, and this is where you can change that. Any other questions? Loving the questions, they're all great. All right, cool. So now I'm going to show you a little bit on the consumer side, what they're seeing, and then what you see when a lead comes in. So I'm going to open up my page. So I'm going to go over to agent site pages and just click on my URL to pull that up. So if I was a client on the page or on your website, just coming and searching for homes, so I could search for homes right on this home page, and this pulls from the MLS from the country's MLS. So you can search anywhere in the country, actually in North America. So they can search for any address here. Yeah. I'll just do Charlotte, North Carolina. That will show some properties for them to look at. So they can favorite properties here. But when they favorite a property, it's going to prompt them to sign up on your page so that they can save that property and like keep track of it, but also so you get that actual lead information. So prompt them to sign up on your site. Oh, it's in all caps. And just an email. I don't know which one I have in there. And then, yeah, they can create a password as well. So again, this is just for your clients so that they can log into your site so that all their favorited properties and saved searches are all in one place and they can find those again. And you'll see that by signing up that they agree to be contacted by the agent themselves on your website. Click sign up. I already used this one. Okay. Okay, I'm all set. So it says I'm signed in. So as a client now, I can go through and favorite properties. I can like leave a note about it, say like, I like the kitchen. And not spell kitchen wrong. See? So I can do that. I can also, as the client, if I had a certain search I'm looking for, I can set up some filters and save that search. And I can also, as the contact, be emailed about it. So with any new updates in the MLS that happen for my specific search of 500,000 or less, I could be contacted, based off what I'd like to be contacted about updates regarding that saved search. Exactly. They can search from homes directly on here. And that way you get this information that they're using. So jumping back to command, so this is like the consumer side that we're looking at. So jumping back to see what you as the agent see. So I'm just going to refresh to make sure that came in. So this bell icon in the top right corner is where you'd find your notifications. And that red dot up there is letting you know that you have a new notification. So you'll see that a new agent site registered received from Jules Bass. And you can click on the contact name. Go ahead and bring up their contact profile. And you'll see that since they registered, that on their timeline, I now see that they created a saved search for themselves. And you'll also see that under your saved searches in the contact profile, that has been updated with their preference that they set up. So it's all tracked within your CRM. But you can also come here and create your own searches for them. So if you were creating a saved search for a specific client, you could do so here. So just to show you how to get to the spot without a notification coming in, so I'm going to go back to contacts. We're in the contact section of command, so the CRM. And clicking on the name of the contact will bring up this contact profile. More information. A couple notes here too, is that since it was submitted on the website, it did come over as a lead. So it did mark that for you automatically. And this check mark just means that you got it either on your website or your app. That's what that check mark means. So there sure is. So yeah, under contacts, you can filter by leads only. And then you can also do this branded to me. And that's going to do the check marks. So that means they signed up on the website or the app. Yeah, so if you wanted to just search for your leads, you could definitely do so just by leads only. So if you personally marked people as leads, you could just do leads only. And then this branded to me will just be ones that came through on your website and the KW app specifically. So yeah, in this contact profile too, you can see that under the saved searches that's been added. But yeah, you can also create your own saved searches for your client. Search that by neighborhood and really get into the like exactly what they're wanting. I'll just do an example. We know that they want a garage or +2 beds, you know, whatever that may be. And click next. You can give it a title. So like maybe the neighborhood name if you're doing a specific neighborhood. So this will pull the primary email on file for that client. And then you can also turn on, if you'd like to send them email notifications, you can send them for updates, you know, on the safe search. And then what's cool, once you create the safe search, hopefully I can, yep, is if they're signed in, I believe, let's see here. So like if your client signed in on your website. Yep. So under save, since they're signed in, now that your safe search will show up too, so that they can get updates on that one too. You know, so you can update things on that contact profile, which they can then use as a tool on your command website. So two, they can click on it to view those saved search criterias. They can also go over to feed. From the email notifications, right? Yes. Mhm. It will, on that contact timeline, it will say that they unsubscribe. And when they unsubscribe from like a smart plan, for example, when they click unsubscribe, they'll have an option to either unsubscribe from that smart plan or all marketing materials in command. So if they unsubscribe, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't like send them other smart plans. They may have just unsubscribed to that specific smart plan. Gotcha. It is, but I can show you a way you can do it in bulk. So I'm going to just jump over to the contacts of command. And turn off my filters. So if you're looking at like all your contacts and you wanted to, you know, unmark these two as not leads, you can click on their checkboxes. Actually, what might be even easier is that you first filter by leads only, click apply. Then it will only show your leads. And then the ones that aren't leads anymore, you can click this checkbox and this select bulk action will appear here, where you can unmark that as a lead. So I guess this never loaded. Well, in theory, once this loads, under their feed, like on your website, if they're signed in, they can see their safe search updates here as well. And then also any properties that they favorited here. So that's like where the client themselves could like utilize that website. All right. So that is kind of all. If you have questions, I can go over any, you know, any questions that you have on command. Yeah, it has, yeah, everything's tracked in that timeline. It's pretty cool. Honestly, yeah. It's just like, hey, I noticed you like that neighborhood. It's like, how? Yeah. Yeah. It's like, where are you watching me? So for the analytics, that will actually be all seen under Google's side. So you would have to go to analytics.google.com. And since it's already set up, it's going to first bring you up the analytics. It does take 48 hours for it to like start tracking. But then at that point, yeah, if you type in analytics.google.com and you're signed into that Google account, you set it up under, those analytics will pull up. Yeah, just interesting to see and see how to use it. Yeah. Any other questions? Doesn't even have to be on the website. Be, about anything. Well, maybe. Oh. So I think that was Pixabay. So it's P-I-X. You said that. P-I-X-A-B-A-B-B. Yeah, Pixabay. Yeah. And then the other one was Pexels. So that's PEXELS.com. And yeah, you can use those stock images, you know, in your designs too, or they're just free to use and for commercial use, which is great. Yeah, with the website, just let me know if you have any questions. Always feel free to contact us at contact with JuLeah Designs as you're going through it, and I can help you with anything on the website. I know they've been talking about for quite a while now, rolling out some more templates and different things that you can customize it with. It's just not quite, I just don't think they're focusing too much on the website versus like other applications in there. So it is pretty kind of limited to what you can do in the command site. But yeah, if you have questions on it, just let me know. Also, we do have one of our packages is offering for like a custom Wix website instead. So if you did want to use something that's has the capability to really customize it and really do everything on it, we use Wix. So this is like the Wix website that we set up. Yes. I'm sorry, I should. No, I didn't. I guess I should have. I'm sorry. We do offer to do some custom websites. Yeah, like to leverage it out. So like it just gives you a lot more room to customize it and really make it your own. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, we do the whole like initial setup of it, and then yeah, you have then control to make any edits that you want on the site. And yeah, that really just gives it like even things like having a horizontal menu instead of like a drop down. Like you just can't do that in command yet. So even things like that just gives you a lot more room to do things. And we do connect it back to command. So like leads that come in on this website do go back to command through Zapier. And then also it does utilize the command website for like the search homes. It does take them to the command website to search on the MLS. Since the command website does have the MLS, connected and syndicated, we do utilize that for the property search. Yeah, contact at JuLeah Design if you're interested at all. Yeah, feel free to contact us and send you a quote on it. And yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, any social media, really the sky's the limit on it. Like anything that you're wanting, we can really add.
So, will we have to keep updating it, or like once you do it, then will we have to keep updating it, or how does that work?
So yeah, you can, you'll have access to update it. We do also have like, once we set it up, we have like a website upkeep, like monthly thing that if you wanted us to add your featured listings or anything like that, we could upkeep it for you, or we'd be happy to give you access to do so too. So yeah, thanks for coming to class today, everyone. That was, oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm Jules, and yeah, and Leah. So together we're JuLeah. We're not. We're sisters. She's actually 8 years older than me. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like the. Yeah, we have a brother too, and he's the middle, and then I'm like the baby. Yeah. No, we're trying to get him in, but he lives in Chicago, which is the first problem. And then he's also an accountant, so I mean, we still need an accountant, so that would work. Yeah. So we're trying to rope him in, but yeah. Then our mom is Connie Yates. So yeah, well, given the picture on the screen. So yeah, we're she's just like 2 doors down from us too. Like our offices are super close. So it's like turning into a family. Just since March, so we're new. Yeah, we just launched as of March. So yeah, we were working at Scott Leroy for the past 5 years-ish. And then we moved into the market center, and it's been nice being like in the office and stuff. Right, yeah. We're definitely compliments. They're definitely like, they do all the technology, troubleshooting and everything. They're great. Their response rates are fantastic. And then we offer things that they just don't offer, like the marketing part, like websites and stuff. They just don't have. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know. It's those command sites. Yeah, I so feel you on that. Because yeah, it's come such a long way. It does have a lot of great tools, but then like, yeah, there's just certain limitations on certain aspects. And I know they're, you know, constantly trying to improve it, but it's just time, you know, will tell. But yeah, good, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
So do I need to set that up? Or how does that work?
Like a web page like that, or like a landing page. Oh, like a Facebook business page. No, wait. Oh, okay. Oh, a custom domain. Yes. Yeah, so you can do that like usually the most common one I see is GoDaddy. So I think I forgot the pricing, but it's like it's pretty nominal. I think it's like 99 cents a month or something like that. And then yeah, you can search. So at GoDaddy.com, you can search for, you know, whatever domain name that you're wanting. And then once you purchase that and have it, you can actually send it to support at Scott Leroy, and they'll sync it to your command website if you'd like.
Okay.
Or, you know, if you have a custom website, they can forward it. So what they do is just forward it over to.
Okay. So I don't need to have that first before I do all of it.
Yeah, you don't need to have it first. We can, like any updates like that you get, like if you do get a custom domain name, just let us know and we can update all this info for you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just let us know on that. Yeah, website. I actually forgot. I think it was like make your command website shine, I think. Thank you, everyone who came online as well. Thank you for coming to class, and let me know if you have any questions at all. And I'm happy to help. Hey, yeah, I can, yeah, but I can resend it if you'd like, or send a, sure, no problem at all. Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, and honestly, might have gone to spam because it's from QuickBooks, so it's like a automated email. No, it's like from like a QuickBooks email. That's probably why. So sorry. Yeah, and I can just like send a reminder so it just pops up at the top of your inbox if you want. But yeah, we started Monday and we're gonna do it again Wednesday for events tomorrow. That sounds good. Hi, have you too.